Wildfires in California have been destroying homes and wildlife. One of the most recent fires, the Thomas Fire, burned almost 300,000 acres. To understand the cause of wildfires, we'll be talking to Dr. Butterworth about the biome of California.
The biome of California is what's called a Mediterranean biome. It's characterized by very shrub-like vegetation, and in particular the majority of the precipitation falls in winter as either rain or snow, and then the summers are very hot and very dry, which is a problem for fires because it tends to make the vegetation drier and the fires more severe. There are also, in that particular part of the world, there are winds that come down from the desert. In Northern California, they're called the Diablo winds. In Southern California, they're called the Santa Ana winds. And because they're coming down from the desert, they are dry and they tend to decrease the humidity even more and will also tend to fan the flames and sometimes even start the fires.
As Dr. B stated, the biome of California can cause and spread wildfires. Not only does the biome start wildfires, a lot of wildfires in California start near or around urbanized areas, causing the fire to spread faster and cause more damage. Next, Ellie will be discussing the impacts on the wildlife and her own experiences.
The Cedar Fire killed 15 people and burned 273,000 acres. It was the third most destructive fire in California's history. The Thomas Fire burned 281,893 acres. One person died as a result. There were 1,063 structures destroyed and 280 structures damaged. These habitats provide riverbank protection, erosion control, improved water quality, and critical habitats for numerous plant, bird, mammal, reptile, and amphibian species. After the fire, the river completely changed its course, leaving hundreds of organisms vulnerable. An experience I've had with California fires is the Cedar Fire. I live in Santa Clarita, and the fire burned a lot of acres around my home. You see a lot of the wildlife evacuating. They come into your yard and drink the pool water. Once the plume of the fire reached the canyon, the air quality reduced significantly. It was raining ashes and it smelled like cigarettes outside. Once the fire is fully contained and you're allowed to go back into the canyons, the damage is very apparent. The trees are burnt black and they have orange on them from the fire retardant that the firefighters use. They have no wildlife at all. All of the wildlife has evacuated in order to get away from the fires. It takes a couple of months to see growth. At first you see little peaks of green here and there from the trees growing back, and then eventually the birds start to come, and then the squirrels start to come. And after that, the canyon returns to normal.
And lastly, Dr. B and Romain will discuss the human impacts on the spread and start of wildfires.
I would say that climate change, human influence, and the biome all play a role in the fires, but by far the human impact is the greatest. According to CAL FIRE, which is the state's fire agency, 95% of fires are caused by humans or human-induced conditions.
Here are a few preventional tips that we can apply to our daily lives to prevent wildfires. Tip 1. Be sure to comply with the rules and regulation, and in the case of an emergency, contact your local authorities to receive help. Tip 2. Never leave a fire unattended. Completely extinguish the fire. For example, ensuring the flame of a cigarette is completely out after usage. Tip 3. Never park any type of vehicle on dry vegetation, due to the possibilities of the heat penetration could cause it to ignite. Tip 4. Be sure to use fireworks in open areas away from trees and dry vegetation. To learn more information on how to prevent wildfires, please visit www.smokeybeer.com.